Hello and welcome to Florida Basketball Hour. I am Neil Blackman, Saturday Down South, joined by Eric Fawcett, Gator Country, and so many other places that I like honestly because it's a new season and I haven't talked to Eric in a while. I have to go and refresh all the places that you can find out about Fawcett's work at. But I know that we're not talking about Florida football, which should make everyone happy.
Yeah, I think people are ready to turn the page, and I think that's what makes this season pretty interesting. Obviously, the championship is super fun, and everyone loves that. But it was one of those things that happened during the middle of the season when people realized, oh, this is a team that could win the national championship. Everyone kind of jumped in a little bit late. There was a opportunity to get people on board during the non-conference season, but there wasn't a lot of marquee games, not a lot of marquee wins. So it really feels like most people kind of realized in middle of December, this is a team that could compete. And then it was super fun for January, February, March, and into April. But this is different, where right off the championship, people were really caring about what was happening next when it came to recruiting and the transfer portal and doing this whole thing again. So this is an off season like we have not seen in a very long time. Fan engagement has been at the highest it's been in the off season, and certainly the time I've been writing about the team, and obviously in the time that we've been podcasting. So that makes this a lot of fun this off season.
So we're streaming live, and my office light is on a sensor. So if I stay seated for too long, it's supposed to be like a health thing. Your watch is stand up. so it shuts off if I've been seated too long. But all I've been doing today is talking on the phone or stream. So as you can hear me as well, I'm already talking. We've had some issues. Just warning everybody, if this happens again, we're not gonna do this to ourselves over and over. We'll just stream it on YouTube after we record it. And unfortunately, that'll just kind of have to be the way it is when we do the 2-man shows. So, we've got a lot of content. We have a lot of things we want to cover on this podcast edition. For those of you that did join us late last year, obviously, we are pretty much Patreon driven. In terms of our support, we're entirely Patreon driven. Of the Stadium and Gale Network. Really pleased to join those guys and team up with them. But our patreon.com/Florida BB Hour is the best way to support us. It's also the best way to get all of our content. For example, just in the past 2 weeks, we've had a Fawcett breakdown of the SEC championship game, which was just Eric rewatching what I thought was a great basketball game and doing some cool commentary on it. We have a preview of Alex Lloyd and his game, watching some of his film at Westminster and with Knight Riders. One of Florida's 2 top 50 freshmen, was praised by Todd Golden at Media Availability Monday, assuming that all the tech works. I think I will be able to play that audio. We've got that. We have my series previewing the Florida schedule. I had previews of Florida State and UNF up Miami coming this week. We're going to have a CJ Ingram preview video. And then most of my media coverage live this year is going to go straight up on Patreon videos where I can talk about audio. So that'll be a new feature for Patreon subscribers that you didn't even get last year, where I go to these golden media availabilities and then I talk to people. So lots of reasons to subscribe. We've got a national championship game rewatch that Fawcett did. We had a cool national title episode that I think will age like a fine wine, where we talked to a bunch of fans, sort of in the aftermath, but it's still cool to watch if you wanted to watch the title game, do some of that stuff. Player film breakdowns. I mean, it's a different kind of content than you're going to get. Even the great guys at 247 on 3, it's just different. It's a different, more in-depth type of content. And for people that are Hoopheads, you're not going to get it on Florida anywhere else. So my suggestion is to go to patreon.com/FloridaBBHour and pay for either the Rowdy Reptile tier or the 6-man club tier. There is a game day Gator tier. Be warned, in the game day Gator tier, you get like your game previews and your game wraps. These big film studies you're not getting at that price. So, all the film studies, opponent breakdowns, things like that. You will get the preview breakdowns, but that's it. So you get less Fawcett and more me at the Game Day Gator tier, which is not why you subscribe. You subscribe for both of us, and especially for all the cool in-depth stuff that Fawcett does. So go and subscribe, Patreon. As I continue to lag a little bit, it's really worth it, guys. And the subscription, there's annual membership tiers now, so it's super worth it. We're going to dive into stuff on the podcast. Just be aware that, like, even now, like, there's Patreon listener episodes that we will not drop on the pod. We will drop on the Patreon. So that kind of stuff. Lots of benefits and reasons to subscribe as the Gators go about defending their national title.
Yeah, when we started the Patreon, because we, just truthfully needed to start to make this project kind of worth our time and something that we could justify doing moving forward. I think it was pretty important to us that we didn't want the Patreon to be like a tip jar where it was just a thing where people who liked what we did would give us money just exclusively as we like these guys, we just want to give them money. Hey, that's great. I'm sure some of you subscribe for that reason, but we really wanted it to be valuable and worth your subscription dollars. And I just think it absolutely is, just in the sense of the amount of stuff you are just simply not going to get anywhere else, such as video breakdowns. And from me, the stuff that you are just not going to be able to go watch Victor Mikic and Alex Lloyd tape. That's just not something you can do in other media settings, not something that you're going to get anywhere else, or the kind of access that Neil is now getting is unlike anything that they're going to find anywhere else. So just something that I truly think, if you are excited for this basketball season and something that, or you're in a position where Florida basketball is a big part of your life and your entertainment kind of diet, this is something that, for several bucks a month is going to make you smarter than your friends, make you enjoy the games even more. And when you can enjoy the thing that you already love a little bit more, I think that's definitely worth it. So and then just the last note I'll make in the Patreon, just that's really important to note, even if you were to just join now, you can go back and look at some of the content through the off season. So if you are just really looking for content to power you through until November, when the season really starts, you can go back and watch so much off season content, that like a library of off season content that is still relevant. It's not stuff that just died. Like, you probably aren't going to go watch game recaps or game previews from before, but there's lots of stuff in the off season that already, if you were to subscribe now, man, you've got hours and hours of content to justify. And that also something that really makes your subscription worth it.
I don't know why my mic was not cooperating for a minute, so sorry about that. It actually wasn't the lag this time. It was my mic not cooperating. And I'm already starting to lean towards never going live streams again, just because, like, this lag is super unpredictable. But yeah, among the things that, like, we have, I didn't even mention, like, transfer breakdowns and, like, also some breaking news. I mean, I know you guys saw this week we broke the news with Graham Hall that Florida's going to play Illinois in a closed door scrimmage. So it was nice to finally get to something before, like, John Rothstein got it, as it relates to those sorts of things. And then, unfortunately, like, right when we broke that story, Bruce Pearl retired. We'll get to that. But recruiting visits, transfer breakdowns, previews of those players too. All of that stuff is in backed up content. So check that out, patreon.com/Florida BB Hour for all of that. We do have, I think, a cool show today, kind of talking just generally as Florida has open practice. I think some of the stuff Todd Golden said, quite honestly, was super interesting at media availability. And maybe even one of the things that was most interesting was they hint at sort of how Florida intends to run its offense. But let's start with the new coaches. Not a new failure. He's going to continue to be Florida's GM, is the understanding that Florida Basketball Hour has. He will also help with the defense. And then the other new assistant is Dave Klatsky, the head coach at NYU. And Klatsky apparently is going to take on a lot of the defense. Did you hear anything I said there?
Just got you back now. I think we might have to
I don't
call
really
this
want
one.
to start any of this over again, to be quite honest. So
Yeah.
I don't know if Fawcett can hear anything I'm saying, but the point is,
I got
what? Hello?
Yeah.
This is so irritating. All right, I'm ending the stream.
Yeah.
I'm ending the stream.